We are about to see something that could change things up.
Absolutely thrilled. I'm going to show you a video as she arrived Monday night at the Tribeca Festival. It's the artist's dinner. Here she is. Let's watch it. She's all smiles. She's clearly in a great mood.
Evidence that Leslie Sloan started a smear campaign against Justin Baldoni. Reporter from the Daily Mail that now there's big rumors that he's going to withdraw his sworn statement.
In a surprising turn of events, Blake Lively's legal campaign against Justin Baldoni is facing serious setbacks, leaving Hollywood insiders talking. A federal judge has raised doubts about her evidence, while a key media witness seems ready to expose alleged smear tactics by her PR team. Once celebrated as America's Golden Girl, Lively now faces a tough situation, a judge questioning her case, a reporter potentially turning against her, and court documents suggesting some of her evidence may have been obtained improperly. Meanwhile, her husband Ryan Reynolds continues his media appearances, including a cover story for Time magazine. While Lively has remained noticeably quiet, Magistrate Judge Steve Kim dealt a significant blow to Lively's legal strategy by denying her motion to force Wayfair to produce documents on an accelerated timeline, openly questioning the methods of her legal team.
It's crazy. Apparently, the Daily Mail reporter has been granted whistleblower status. So I'm just going to explain again quickly what happened here. So James signs a sworn statement to the judge saying that it was all a misunderstanding, the communication that he had with Leslie Sloan.
Legal analysts say the judge's decision was a major blow to Blake Lively. He didn't just deny her motion, he practically mocked it, said one expert familiar with the case. In his ruling, the judge called her demands unright, essentially telling Lively and her team, "This isn't your Instagram story, this is a courtroom." The decision highlights a pattern of overreach by Lively's legal team. They had requested documents within 10 days, even though Wayfair had already agreed to provide everything by July 1, 2025. Courtroom observers noted that this move made her appear impatient and unprepared, adding to the complications. Lively's team reportedly filed identical motions in both California and New York courts at the same time. Judge Kim remarked that this showed a clear misunderstanding of jurisdiction rules. One legal expert described it this way: "It's like throwing filings at two courts, hoping one of them works." The situation worsened when a California judge refused to transfer her case back to New York. Meanwhile, Daily Mail reporter James Vushka, whose reporting helped frame Baldoni as chauvinistic and abusive, has reportedly replaced his media-provided attorneys with a criminal defense lawyer. This move could have significant implications for Lively's case moving forward.
Lively's out for truths in her It Ends With Us lawsuit. So much so, the actress added an ex-CIA agent to her legal team.
Industry sources confirm that James Vushka has been granted whistleblower protection, suggesting he may be preparing to testify that Leslie Sloan, Blake Lively's longtime PR representative, provided him with negative information about Justin Baldoni as part of a coordinated smear campaign. The AN insider explained that Vushka fired the Daily Mail's in-house lawyers and instead hired a criminal defense attorney. "You don't bring in heavy-duty legal counsel like that unless you're facing serious exposure, perjury, obstruction of justice, the whole 9 yards," the source said. Vushka confirms that Sloan was behind the negative coverage of Baldoni. It would directly contradict sworn statements she previously made to the court denying any involvement. Text messages have reportedly surfaced showing Vushka privately calling Sloan a liar, even though publicly he submitted a sworn statement claiming she never gave him damaging information. Adding to Lively's legal troubles, key evidence her team submitted appears to lack essential metadata, the digital fingerprint that verifies when and how documents were created or modified. This raises questions about the authenticity of the materials, leaving her case hanging by a thread.
Love our job and love our work. We take it very, very seriously.
Oh, it's serious. Blake enlisting Nick Shapiro, the agency's former deputy chief of staff turned PR powerhouse. This after getting dealt a major blow in her court fight with Justin Baldoni.
Experts say the documents Blake Lively submitted are missing a critical element courts rely on: metadata. A digital forensics specialist explained, "Without metadata, The court can't verify if these documents are authentic or if they were created after the fact. The absence of metadata raises serious questions about the chain of custody and the possibility of evidence tampering. Wayfair's legal team has reportedly seized on this issue, arguing that without proper authentication, the documents should be considered inadmissible. Even more concerning for Lively is what the metadata could reveal if it were present. A legal analyst noted that if it showed she obtained the documents before the official subpoena in October 2024, it could indicate she acquired evidence illegally. Lively's team has reportedly blamed Joan Works for providing incomplete or unverified data, but judges appear increasingly skeptical. Court records suggest Lively may have used a shell company called Vans & Inc. to obtain private data while bypassing normal discovery rules. According to a corporate law expert, the company filed a fake lawsuit, not to win, but simply to seize phones and private information from people Lively was targeting. Once they obtained what they wanted, the lawsuit was dropped. The company was reportedly ordered to disclose its true shareholders by June 24, 2025, but missed the deadline entirely. This has fueled speculation that Vans & Inc. may have been a puppet entity controlled by the Reynolds Lively team to obscure their activities.
Usually one side will ask for whatever they can, but there will be pushback.
The pushback handed down by a judge last week. In docs obtained by ET, Blake's subpoena for Justin's phone records going back 2 years was called overly intrusive, limiting the window to their time together behind the scenes.
Jennifer Abel's legal team has argued that Vanzen was created specifically to run a smear campaign against Wayfair and to bypass proper discovery rules. This allowed Blake Lively to operate from the shadows while maintaining plausible deniability, adding to the appearance that her legal strategy is in disarray. Sources confirm that Lively recently skipped a scheduled deposition with Baldoni's attorney, Brian Friedman. A courtroom source notes, Blake Lively, usually so careful about her public image, simply didn't show up, vanishing just like the sham lawsuit her puppet company, Vanzen Incorporated, dropped when things got too hot. The timing is particularly damaging given the August 14, 2025 deadline for all depositions. Legal experts warn that skipping a deposition without valid reason could result in sanctions or adverse inferences at trial. It's not just a bad look, it's a disaster for her credibility, says a litigation specialist. Depositions are a legal requirement, and missing them suggests Lively may be hiding something. The contrast with her previous behavior is striking. When Baldoni's earlier lawsuit was dismissed, Lively quickly went to Instagram, portraying herself as a victorious victim and celebrating publicly. Now, she remains completely silent, with no public statement or social media activity, which analysts say is unusual given her history of self-promotion.
Definitely, each party wants to get as much information as possible and make this process as burdensome as possible for the other side. Any piece of evidence could certainly aid Blake Lively's claims, but not everything is relevant, and not everything is evidence.
While Blake Lively remains silent amid her mounting legal troubles, her husband Ryan Reynolds has been featured on the cover of Time magazine's list of 100 influential companies, highlighting his business ventures, including Maximum Effort and Aviation Gin. The timing has raised eyebrows across Hollywood, with some seeing it as a calculated attempt to distract from Lively's legal chaos. A PR strategist noted, his wife is facing legal challenges, being called out by judges, and dealing with flipping witnesses, while Ryan grins on magazine covers as if nothing is happening. Reynolds' recent interview promoting accountability has drawn criticism, as insiders point out that Lively herself appears to be avoiding responsibility. One industry insider commented, "Accountability from the guy married to Blake Lively, the queen of dodging subpoenas and filing questionable lawsuits, please." Some analysts suspect that the Time cover may be part of a coordinated effort to preserve the couple's brand image amid the scandal. The timing couldn't be more calculated, says a media analyst. It's almost comical how hard they're clinging to their golden couple image when the public isn't buying it. Meanwhile, Justin Baldoni and his legal team appear far from defeated. His attorney, Brian Friedman, has reportedly hinted at new strategies that could expose Lively's alleged manipulation of the media narrative. Retired Judge Liz, now a legal analyst on YouTube, criticized the earlier dismissal of Baldoni's $400 million defamation suit, calling it unconstitutional under California law. She argued that the court appeared to protect false accusers like Lively while silencing the real victims. Although appeals face low success rates, typically 8 to 12%, Baldoni's team remains committed. A legal observer noted, exposing Lively's alleged smear tactics is about more than courtroom victories. It's about bringing the truth into the spotlight.
So 2.5 years of innocuous text messages do not seem to support her underlying claims, but some of those text messages.
Attorney Brian Friedman, known for previously pursuing the New York Times for $250 million, has a reputation for using high-profile litigation to draw public attention. A litigation specialist notes, he knows how to use the courtroom to peel back the PR layers and expose the hidden side of Lively's empire. Beyond the legal battles, Lively's business ventures are reportedly suffering. Her latest product line, Lake Brown, is said to be underperforming, with items already appearing on clearance shelves in New York stores. A retail analyst explains, this was meant to be her next big brand moment, a way to keep her image strong while dealing with lawsuits. Instead, it's already struggling, gathering dust like other failed celebrity ventures. That's not brand dominance, it's a PR disaster. Industry observers suggest this commercial setback reflects growing public skepticism about Lively's carefully crafted image. A brand consultant notes, the public backlash is increasing. The polished, relatable persona Blake and Ryan have promoted for years is starting to crumble. What began as a seemingly straightforward legal dispute has evolved into a potential reputation crisis for one of Hollywood's most marketable couples. Judicial skepticism, potential whistleblower testimony, questionable handling of evidence, and alleged shell company tactics have combined into a perfect storm that could permanently impact how the public views Lively and Reynolds. Brands are starting to distance themselves, fans are questioning everything, and even insiders are quietly admitting that Lively's image is cracking under pressure. The backlash isn't just online criticism, it comes from people who once admired her, now realizing her flawless persona may have been carefully constructed. A celebrity image consultant observes, behind every red carpet photo and staged interview was a controlled narrative, and now that control is slipping fast. With upcoming hearings and the August deposition deadline approaching, all eyes are on potential new developments. Will James Bushka confirm Leslie Sloan's alleged role in the Baldoni smear campaign? Will the ownership of Vanzin, the shell company, be revealed? And will Lively eventually appear for her deposition? For a power couple accustomed to controlling their public image, this legal crisis represents uncharted territory. No staged photos or magazine covers can fully distract from the central question: if her case collapses in court, can Blake Lively's carefully curated public image survive? As one insider bluntly puts it, this isn't just a legal meltdown, it's a full Hollywood image crisis. No PR team can fix a situation this